That's good.
Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we get started, we'd like to give our praise, honor, and glory to where it's due to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
And double honors as always to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone who were well and entitled to truth. Gms Nashville brothers back at you again with another lesson, all through the spirit and power of Ba'ashem Yahushai. Another Sunday lesson. March 4th, 15th, 2026, the year of apostate sellouts, agents, and the time of Jacob's trouble. And the brother had mentioned it at the end of camp, and it stuck out going into consider the ant, go to the ant, consider her ways, and because ants are constantly working. When you poke a hole in that anthill, and if it's occupied, the ant's always gonna come out and start immediately start preparing the fixture to fix the nest back up, and ultimately to protect the larvae and the babies inside the nest. Because ants are always preparing for the future. They're not worried about what's going on. They're always working, preparing for the future and for the generation to come after them. Mm-hmm. So they're always working, always disciplined. You're not going to see an ant and be like, damn, I don't feel like working today. Mm-hmm. They just going to work. They just going to do it. So, as King Solomon was saying, the wisest man on earth, saying, consider the ant, consider her ways. So you got something?
Proverbs 22:3 in the NLT. A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences.
A prudent man, I think it says in the KJV, foreseeth the evil?
Yeah, foreseeth the evil.
And hideth himself. And when you go into that word prudent, it goes into showing careful thought and diligence for the future, roughly paraphrasing. So the prudent man is going to show care and thought for the future. Because the majority, the most of these individuals today, they're not worried about, the future. They're worried about the here and now. They're worried about instant gratification. That's why these rappers, the celebrities, that's why they sell out. Because they're not worried about the future. They're worried about what they can get right now. The instant gratification, microwave brains, microwave spirit. But an ant isn't like that. An ant and a prudent man is going to foresee the future and prepare himself for the future. So I got this real quick on ChatGPT. How long do ants sleep every day? It says ants don't sleep the way humans do, but they do take many very short naps throughout the day. Worker ants take about 250 short naps per day. Each nap lasts about 1 minute, and the total rest per day is 4 to 5 hours. Instead of one long sleep, their brains enter micro rest periods where activity slows down briefly. So just going into that, they're always working. They take a minute nap, then they up working. Take another minute nap, up working, and it goes into at any given moment. The worker ant force is always 80% of the worker ant force is always awake at any given moment, at any given time of the day. And the brother Malachi was like, shit, that's like, brothers constantly doing videos. Brothers constantly, putting up videos, putting up lessons, going on the highways and byways. You can go to YouTube. All you gotta do is push, live? You're gonna have brothers live. We're live, GMS Birmingham, Sunday live, GMS Boston.
That's the hard part, drop 5 videos.
Yeah, GMS Rehearsing the Righteous Acts, GMS Salt. Brothers all over, constantly doing videos. I got my notifications on, and for the little ring bell, I got 403 notifications. And then if I don't check that over 4 to 5 days, that shit'll get it up to 500, 800, 900. And I'm like, damn, let me check. Look at these notifications.
You ever had a maxed out watch later list?
Yeah, exactly.
Like 5,000, it maxes out, and you can't add no more to it. You gotta remove all the ones you watch.
Yeah.
There's so many videos.
If we could get Isaiah 62.
Watchmen upon the walls.
Yeah. Cause and while you're getting that, I'm gonna keep going. It says ant colonies never fully sleep because different ants nap at different times. Some ants are always awake working, which keep the colony running 24/7. And that's how the Lord's business is running 24/7. There is no breaks. There is no time off. There is no let me focus on this job opportunity that I got for 3 weeks, and when I come back after the 3 weeks, I'll start doing lessons again. I might miss 2 or 3 camps, and I might not do lessons for a couple weeks, but I'm gonna be back. There is none of that in this truth, man. Worker ain't gonna say that. You're a sluggard. You're lazy. And then I said connecting it with which I'll get into that later when we get to that Proverbs. Oh, you got that?
Yeah. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Which shall never hold their peace day nor night. At any given moment of the day, you can go on YouTube and see that a brother either posted a video or is live. At any given moment, man. You got it.
Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence.
Keep going.
Oh, sorry. Verse 7, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Keep not silence and give him no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Give him no rest in the men of the Lord, starting with our apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone on down, apostles on down, they're not giving the Lord no rest. We're not giving the Lord no rest, man. Whether that be through lessons, through going out on the highways and byways, talking amongst ourselves, fellowshipping, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them. So any given moment of the day, the Lord is being brought out. We're not giving the Lord rest, man. How long? You see what's going on in the news, Iran, Israel, Palestine, Russia, Ukraine. At any given moment of the day, the Lord and the prophecies are being brought up.
Yep.
So we're not giving the Lord no rest, man, and because we will get rest, but we're not going to get rest on this side, man. This side, this kingdom is not the end where much glory doth abide. Our glory, our rest, Lord willing, we're part of the elect, is going to be in the kingdom, man, and which is going to be an everlasting glory, an everlasting rest. But right now, it's time to work. Gird up thy loins like a man, like that one scripture, whatever you find, do it. Do it with all your might, man. So, that's the spirit that has been attached from Yahweh Shem Yahshai to our leaders of GMS, Apostle on down, man, to work. You got it, you call. Unless the brother got a precept, or if you got another precept. All right.
Proverbs 6. All right, Proverbs 6 in verse 6. You want the regular?
Oh, you can get in the NLT.
All right, Proverbs 6:6 in the NLT. It says, "Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones."
And it's sad that Solomon is telling human beings, you're so fucking lazy that I have to compare you and show you that an ant is doing more than you.
Yep.
That's sad that an ant is doing right now. An ant is doing more than the majority of niggas on this planet. Working. Niggas ain't doing shit.
Man.
Kick back, smoking a blunt, committing adultery, sinning, iniquity, transgression of the law. But an ant's gonna work though.
Yeah.
But is a nigga gonna work? No.
No.
And a lot of times in the scriptures, you see the Most High using, very simple creatures, very simple animals, and comparing them to our people. But ultimately, it's showcasing the lack of effort from our people. Like when you go to Isaiah, the 1st chapter, it speaks about the ox, of his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Perfect.
These are very two simple, if one can say, pretty much dumbass animals.
Yeah.
But
literally.
But they themselves have an understanding of who their owner is and ultimately what their role is and what their position is. Just like with the ant, oh, thou worm Jacob.
Thou worm, yep.
So it's like, but our people, they can't grasp it.
Shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Yeah. You count it as a bitch. Like, they just can't grasp, and it shows how low we fell, ultimately.
Beautiful.
It says, You lazy bones, learn from their ways and become wise.
Yeah, like I said, learn from their ways and become wise because they're constantly working. They're constantly active. Constantly, they take a minute nap, then they back up working for the queen. And we're working for the king, man. It's like the ants working for the queen to get that next generation up and running. We're working for the king, man. The third temple is being raised up right now, man, before our very eyes, so that we can obtain the kingdom of heaven and bring in the generations to come.
That's the future.
Exactly.
That we see. The ants have a future that they believe in. You know, they're programmed to sit there and work every day. You know, so then the next 2 months, you know, they have a vast kingdom. You know, ant kingdom. You know, so we doing the same thing. It says, what's that? Brute 4. You know, return, seek the Lord 10 times more.
4 and
So
28.
you gotta work. You said Brute 4:28.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it. Brute 4:28. It says, Brute 4:28. It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, or I read from God, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. And so, you know, you gotta work more. You know, to show that you're seeking after the Lord. Because, you know, we didn't find Him, you know, He presented Himself unto us, you know, and then, you know, you accepted the grace. So you got to do more to stay within that grace, you know, so you got to work. And it can be free like at the beginning, you know, oh, you're my people, you know, I want to make a covenant with you. Boom, that's easy. Well, now because of, you know, the years of going off and transgressing, you got to work to remain in the grace and hopefully be saved. But you know that, you know, some they're not going to be saved. Well, the elect ain't going to be saved via your works, but your works help. Ultimately, you was just chosen, and you basically the Lord had it to where you changed, and you know He made you to the person that He wanted you to be.
I had two precepts. Really going into all what you said, but ultimately what Haywa quoted earlier, I believe, is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna grab this other one with it, and it says, Colossians 3 and 23, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as the Lord, and not unto men. And the word heartily goes into wholeheartedly buried. So, like what the brother just said, and what we've been speaking on this whole time, you know, you got to do this work, okay? You got to do with thy might, okay? You got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's when being in this ministry, you know? But that was really it.
Yeah, beautiful. Because just imagine if an anthill, or like ants, like it's about yay high, which they get big, man.
They get big as hell.
They can get big because
you got bigger ants too. You got the small, you got the bigger, like fire ants. They work in the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Because imagine if it gets to a certain height, and then the worker ant's like, man, you know, I think the anthill is big enough. I don't think it needs to go any higher.
Yeah.
If they had a mindset like that, then it would get overpopulated in that anthill, because it's an ever-growing population, just like the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
It's a constantly growing, and that queen ant, she's gonna keep popping out them babies.
Yeah.
And when she dies, the next one's gonna take her place.
Yeah.
So if them worker ants don't continue to grow that nest out, then it's gonna be overpopulated.
Yeah.
And then they gonna have to. Then who knows what would happen then? But the worker ants don't have that idea. They don't have that mindset. They're going, man, we got to keep working. We got to keep growing this nest because there's larvae and ants coming behind us.
And there's danger, other ants.
Exactly.
You know, we got to fight other ants.
Yeah.
And then if the other ants take over, sometimes I think they have, like basically, the enemies join into them.
Yeah.
You know, from what I remember last time, you could be wrong. You know, but it's constant work being done. And
then, because you don't know how big an anthill really can get, because the main reason anthills only get so big is because maybe weather, maybe it rains so bad it flooded them out, then they had to start over, they had to move, or you know, external forces like you were saying, like the predators, you know, the you know, whatever eats ants, enemy ants,
you know.
or mice or whatever.
Yeah.
They may go in there and
Birds.
attack it, or you know, lawn mowers, shit like that. So then, but because you got pictures like this, I'm gonna show it to the camera, like this. Anthills can get shit. They can get like over 6 foot easy, man. But it's just the external forces that knock that anthill down.
Yeah.
But if it was if it was up to the anthill, it'd go to the skies, man, because they're always working. Because I remember when I was younger, when I was you know, living in the mountains, we would go 4-wheeling and shit, and there was an anthill, and it was about that size, man. It was about that size, and
I'm looking them up right now. They get pretty big.
yeah, it was about this size. And what we did was, you know, being the dumbasses we was, we just took the 4-wheeler and just rammed it up onto the anthill.
Damn.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for us, who knows how big the anthill would have got, man.
Man.
That like that, and then you got
The whole civilization.
They're always fucking small ass.
like this.
Oh yeah.
I showed the brother this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. See, so if an ant has its own way, that motherfucker gonna just keep on growing the nest because they don't know nothing else but work.
Yeah.
They got a prudent mindset, showing caring thought for the future, man. We gotta keep this shit going because we got people coming after us.
Yep.
So, you got a precept?
Yeah. Proverbs 20 and verse 4 says, "The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold, therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing."
Mm-hmm. You break it down, brother.
So, which, you know, really, sometimes we bring it out for camps that don't want to go out, you know, in inclement weather.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just goes to show that there needs to be consistent work year round.
Yeah. Yep.
Otherwise, because like Scripture say, if you don't work, you don't eat. And we apply that for Jake needing to have a job, because that's a decree in Great Millstone.
Yeah.
You know, the other camps, we don't know what y'all do concerning that. But Great Millstone doesn't allow you to be unemployed for an extended period of time. You need to be working.
Yeah.
You need to be getting your daily bread. You know, because you're not a man if you just sitting around the fucking house 24/7 not doing shit.
Yeah.
Now, that's not a life of a man. That sounds like a teenager. Even teenagers do shit, though.
Or a woman.
Yeah. So
Yeah, or a woman.
Technically, woman's supposed to
But
do
they
that.
still have jobs.
Yeah.
They still have things that they're doing. You're a grown-ass man with a big-ass beard sitting on the couch for
Yeah.
12 hours playing the game. You need to get up and do some shit.
Ain't get
Yeah.
my house.
Especially for the Lord.
He's saying you're on the couch.
Yeah.
So I got on the Chat GPT. I said connecting that you know, them sleeping and taking increment sleeps and naps with Proverbs 6 and 6. Again in the KJV, go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. It says your question about ants sleeping actually makes this verse even more interesting. Solomon wasn't saying ants never rest. He was pointing out their discipline and constant activity, just like you were saying, brother. It says modern research shows worker ants take hundreds of tiny naps. The colony never fully shuts down. Some ants rest while others keep working. It's always productive. So there's always productivity within an ant colony, and it's the same thing with this truth. It's the same thing with the ministries. It's the same thing with the third temple. Constant productivity.
Yep.
It says right after when if a brother I think he calls in the bathroom, if somebody wants to go to that Proverbs 6 and get the next verse.
Might have a little
Six and
something
six.
too.
Verse 7.
Okay.
And you get in the NFT bulk, so
Proverbs 6, 7.
yeah.
Alright, Proverbs 6 and 7. Damn. It says, though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter.
Yep, and just like ChatGPT said, going in that, it said the lesson is about initiative and preparation. Initiative and preparation. And then when I scroll all the way down, one motivational line that matches the verse: discipline today prevents desperation tomorrow. So your discipline today is going to prevent you from being desperate tomorrow, and then potentially desperate. You know, you working. Damn, didn't do a video yesterday. Let me just try to cram in this video today. And then forgot to read today, which you forget. I'm not saying you don't forget, but in the grand scheme of things, when you're going weeks, days, weeks without reading, days, weeks without doing a lesson, then you try to or sit throughout the week, and then you try to cram 3 lessons in at the end of the week, trying to cram 3. That's not a good.
Work ethic.
Yeah, good. Good work ethic.
Yeah.
Now, because you really want to try to balance out throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it says it's about initiative and preparation. Because imagine if you treated the truth like that when you first came in.
Yeah.
That you forgot your first love, and what it say? Make no turn to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
Now I won't serve the Lord today. I'll start tomorrow. Let me go ahead and eat this pork sandwich today. Then I'll start serving the Lord tomorrow. Lord, kick your ass out, man.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, ants don't need someone telling them what to do. Work consistently. Prepare before the hard season comes. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. Before the hard season comes, the hour of temptation, all hell breaking loose, we're preparing now spiritually, man. Like it says in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and work of and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is treasure. And then that scripture in Ecclesiastes always also says, work your work times. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're preparing now for the hard season which is to come, which is going to be the intensification of Jacob's trouble and all hell breaking loose, and the mandation and implementation of the MOTB. Because if you're not preparing now, the Lord isn't going to be with you in that time, man. So it says again, the scripture also is saying, wise people move with purpose even when nobody is watching. Nobody's watching the work, man. He's just working.
Yeah.
So again, wise people move with purpose even when nobody's watching. And it's not about what you're doing on the camera, it's what you're doing off the camera. Speaking to myself first and foremost. How are you conducting yourself? How are you are you holding yourself to a standard? Or are you just letting yourself just do willy-nilly and think that it's all going to be okay? It's not going to be okay, man. Little, like we was going through yesterday, man. Little problems lead into bigger problems.
A little leaven the whole lump.
Little leaven left the whole lump, man. So there's always something that I can do, and we can do, and you can do.
Yep.
It always starts with me, though. Because, I'm always speaking to myself of how I can be better. And, we will be better, and then we will be better, but it takes effort. It takes, diligence, discipline, and instead of crying about it all the time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get verse 8, or just, I think you got verse 7? You get verse 8?
Yeah, no, y'all right there. It says, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the water, but you lazy bones, how long will you sleep?
Yeah, you lazy bones, how long will you sleep? How long are you going to stay asleep? And ultimately, because we was once lazy bones. We was once, in that aspect of not giving a fuck, just going about the day, but then the Lord woke us up through the spirit and power of your Shemi outside, and now we're here today. But how long is the rest of you lazy motherfuckers going to stay asleep? How long are you lazy motherfuckers going to not do videos? Not go out in the highways and byways, not read, not fellowship, etc., etc., etc. You know what you're not doing, and you know what you need to be doing. But the Lord is going to put the Spirit on who He has chosen to do what needs to be done in these latter times. So like it says, Ant's mindset, small, consistent effort, no excuses, preparing for the future. You got it, yeah.
This is because we're speaking about work. Isaiah 62:7, it says, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in earth.
Give him no rest, man. Got it brought out twice. Give him no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in earth. This is what we want. We don't want Jerusalem to stay as is, man. We don't want the nation of Israel to stay in this weak ass, bodily ass mindset, carnal ass mindset forever, man. We want praise. We want a future. We want hope. And that's the Lord's mindset for us as well. Jeremiah 29:11.
Life.
Life eternal, man. We want life. We don't want to stay in this wicked carnal body forever, man. This isn't life. This isn't rest. This isn't stability. This isn't peace, man. I got reset.
Yeah.
John chapter 9, verse 4, this is read.
That's what I had.
It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. At night cometh when no man can work.
Yeah, I must work the works of him that sent me. And what Yahweh said, that I am about my Father's business. Because it's day right now. Right now, with the cool of the day, it's day right now, but the time is coming. And it's getting hotter. Yeah. So the time's coming to where what you did up until that point is all you got, man. In that day, it ain't gonna be no. Let me get in one more video. Nah, it's a wrap.
You'll be justified by your works.
Exactly. Let me get in one. Let me go out. Let me go out just for 30 minutes. Let me get just a 30-minute camp lesson, and nah, it's a wrap. You're done.
But the thing is, because I'm speaking as a man, but that's primarily going to be a thing of the other camps, because ultimately they're going to know within their spirit that they have not done enough.
We'll be scrambling.
So then they're going to be, like you said, scrambling, trying to get it all together. The chip is it. We've already had that window of opportunity to go out and preach.
Yeah.
This is a blessing to be able to teach the words of Yahweh Shem Shai properly.
Exactly.
And the vast majority of our people, they're not using that.
Mm.
They're using this grace period as a window to
A
continue
license
their
for
bullshit. Yeah, yep. License for sin.
Yep, that's it, man. That's what they're doing. They're going to scramble, and then the Lord sees you, man.
Yeah.
What, Ecclesiastes, Sirach 39 or 23:19, going to the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and discovering their most secret parts. So the Lord sees it. The Lord sees that you tried to cram that in. This isn't college, man, where you can just try to cram everything in the night before.
Yeah.
The papers due at 12 p.m.
Yeah, midnight.
12 a.m. Yeah, and you try and do it at 11 p.m. I've done that shit before.
Man.
You get a C-. That's good enough for me.
Man.
No, we shooting for A's. We shooting for a perfect score, A+.
100%.
Yes. And then at the end of the day, what we can't, what the elect isn't able to match or to get, Yahweh Shai covers it. Because we may get a 97. Yeah, we may get a 97, but then the Lord covers that other 3% for us. But the Lord isn't going to cover no 30%, man. He isn't going to cover no D.
Yeah, no.
It's like when you get PTO for your hours that you work. Every check, you accumulate a certain amount of hours for PTO. You can, ultimately capitalize on that down the line.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas ain't been working for shit.
Yep.
You ain't got no PTO. You ain't got no extra credit. You ain't
But no work.
did anything. Yeah, you haven't done anything to where, you don't have credit. We was talking about that. This is ultimately us building up our credit in Yahweh Shem Shai. And it's imperative that you have an 144 credit score.
Yeah.
But a lot of niggas are rolling around with a 50.
Man.
Yeah.
And the most high, that's just a big ass gap to that's a big ass gap to cover.
Yeah, it is.
Why
would he have to?
Yeah. But if you got like a 120 and 130, Lord could work with that.
Yeah.
Cause you're trying. You getting close. You know what I'm saying? But that flesh, we get it.
Yeah.
But these niggas,
We can work with you.
I got a 30 credit score. What can I get?
Yeah.
A Dodge Dart, nigga.
Yeah,
Dodge
Dart. That Dodge
Yeah,
Dart.
right. Also, you get the fuck out of here. That's what you get.
Get a missile.
Right.
We'll show you a shitty ass car.
Yeah, you get a chip.
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah. No interest.
I got pretty simple.
I think you call it.
Oh, you have one?
I had that John.
Okay, yeah.
It was the same one he had.
Yeah.
It's Sirach 51
Brother stole my
and 30. It says, "Work your work B times, and in His time He will give you your reward."
Yeah.
I mean, that's plain.
Yeah.
Do the work. You want a reward? You want peace, safety, tranquility? All right, you want to rule? You want multiple women? Hell, I'm saying anything that you want, your heart desires and righteousness.
Yep.
You know, with your heart desires and righteousness, shit, work your work times and you'll get that reward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just plain. You know, that's it.
And the Lord shall give you your reward.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all going to get a reward. Like it says in Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. Going to, let me just pull that real quick. You got something, Lloyd?
No, not right now.
All right, Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. For God, or the Most High, shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So whether it's good or bad, you're going to get a reward. You're going to get a judgment.
Yeah.
It said for every work. What are you doing? We know that faith without works is dead, and we know that, and vice versa. But we show our faith by our works, like James said, like the scriptures say, man. You gotta work. You gotta do something. You can't just say I believe in God. I believe in Yahweh Shai, and you ain't doing shit about it. You a keyboard warrior, man. You an Instagram warrior.
You honor the Lord with your lips, Matthew 15.
Yep.
That's all you're doing.
But your hearts, your minds are far from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That ant is that worker ant. His mind ain't far from that queen ant. He knows what that queen ant wants him to do.
Mm-hmm.
That queen ant wants him to work.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Yahweh Shem Yahshua wants us to work, man.
Notice there's no rebellion within the ant as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
They understand the program and they know what's necessary,
Yeah.
what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
They take the fullness into what the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few.
Yeah. They take that to heart.
You know, they know, hey, this nigga, even if he is in his 1 minute nap, you know, well, shit, I gotta take up my portion until this nigga get up.
Yeah. Right.
You know, this is a unit. We gotta get this shit good. You know, get it together. It's all about being a body.
Yeah.
The Most High shows ultimately how life is supposed to be throughout His creations, all of it. And how natural it is. That's why when you go into the animal kingdom, you have the one male lion, and he'll have multiple lionesses. You know what I'm saying, that he's dealing with, but he's protecting all of them. That's just how the shit is. It's how it's supposed to go.
Yep.
There's no bisexual lions.
No.
There's no alphabet community when it comes to animals. That's just not a thing. It's not natural. Go ahead.
Back you up. Sometimes the lioness will stand up for the king.
Yeah.
You know, like especially like if there's cubs involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then when he come through, you got it. You know,
There's order.
Support. Yeah. Support. You know,
It's all order. Everything is ordered well within the movie
animal. Yeah.
of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But yeah, within the animal kingdom as well.
Yep.
So that's how it's supposed to be. And the thing is, we're over the animals.
Yeah.
So how is it the niggas ain't able to get it right, but the animals can get it right?
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta take notes from animals.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. That's low. Just like when Yahweh Shah was telling us, and he's speaking about taking no thought for the marrow or for the morrow.
Yeah.
You know, look at the fowls of the air.
Yeah.
They eat daily. The
Yeah.
fuck you tripping about?
Yeah.
But this flesh, you think you work. If you don't think that the Lord's gonna take care of you in that fashion, then you think that a bird is better than you.
Yeah.
That's honestly what your mindset
Say
is.
you got two tigers. Are you cheating on me? They ain't gonna do that.
You know, arguing and shit.
Yeah. You stupid tiger bitch.
Low growl.
Yeah.
No. That should not be
Then
happening.
here come a zebra.
You know.
They mixing together.
Oh.
No, that's not. No.
You have a Tinder? It's like, come on.
Yeah,
It's like, come on.
the tender for lions.
Yeah.
God damn. Linder.
Tender
But-
for lions.
But yeah, no, it's you know, it's too much. But like I said, it's a damn shame we had to learn from animals. But again, this is how low we fell.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
But the men of the Lord are here to put things back into the proper perspective, so that way we know how to go moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not attaching yourself to this ministry, then ultimately you're just gonna lose.
You're gonna be detached
Yeah.
from this ministry because you was never a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You got something?
Yeah. John 6 and 27 in red. It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you, for him hath God the Father sealed.
Mm-hmm. So through the spin power of Shemi Ashai, Yahweh Shemi Ashai, we're laboring for that everlasting meat, man, that lasts forever. These other individuals, they're laboring for something that is going to decay, corrupt, as it says, the corruptible crown versus the incorruptible crown. We want something that's going to last forever. Just like the ants, they're striving for something they believe is going to last forever. Their kingdom. That's a kingdom within that ant colony, and they think it's going to last forever. They don't believe anybody's going to take them down. They don't care how big you are. They going swarm your ass, man. And you stand there too long, you start getting them welts. But yeah, man, we're laboring for that meat that endures for everlasting life, that endures for all eternity, man. Nothing that is going to decay, nothing that is going to corrupt. Look at the Michael Jordans of the world, the LeBron James of the world, and now you can say the Bam Adebayos of the world.
Yeah. Imagine what he had to do. That was a freaky night, the night before.
What they got to do, man, shit. Michael Jordan, he put in the work. LeBron James put in the work. Bam Adebayo put in the work, man. You got that 83 points. These individuals, they do that, and they did that so they can get something that perishes.
Mm-hmm.
What their accolades, Michael Phelps, Tiger Woods, the accolades that they have isn't going to last forever.
Right.
It's just something that lasts for a period of time, but what we're laboring for and striving for is something that's going to last for all eternity.
Yeah, and ultimately, they're not in the spirit to be willing to give that shit up.
Exactly.
They're in the spirit of the rich man.
Mm-hmm.
Lazarus. I mean, my fault.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But they're in the spirit of the rich man. Because he knew he had great possessions. He couldn't let it go.
Oh, when he came to serving the Lord.
Yeah, and he went away sorrowfully, or something like that.
Yeah, he did. Because he had much possessions. That's what he said after that.
Yeah, he wasn't willing to pretty much let that shit go. Which again, brothers have speculated. Hey, that really was just a test. Cause you got men of the Lord that are in good standing. There's nothing wrong with having money, but these niggas aren't willing to put these things after Yahweh Shem Shot. They're not willing to put the Lord first.
Right.
So that's it.
You got something over there?
No, I ain't got nothing.
You got something, Louis? Can we? If you ain't got none, can we get Romans 12 and 11 in NLT, and Revelation 3 and 15?
I'll get Revelation 3.
And we'll probably wrap it up after those two. Brothers ain't got nothing else.
Romans 12 and 11 in the NLT, it says, "Never be lazy, but work hard and serve the Lord enthusiastically."
Never be lazy. Never be lazy, man. We gotta serve the Lord enthusiastically. Is that the word you was looking up?
Yeah.
Never be lazy, because in the KJV it says slothful. You gotta be fervent in the spirit, not slothful.
Right.
So that's the spirit, we gotta be in. Serving the Lord enthusiastically. Yeah, you're gonna have bad days. We're not perfect. You're gonna have times where you miss and where you fall, but you continually and constantly get back up. Tamyad. Continually get back up, no matter what is set in front of you. And ants are always gonna wake up. He ain't sleeping past 2 minutes. He's gonna wake up. He ain't sleeping through that alarm. There is no snooze. He's gonna wake up and get to work and serve the queen. And we're gonna get up, get to work, and serve the king, man. There is no in between. There is no middle ground with this truth, man. Either you're in or you're out. Either you're working or you're not working. And if you're not working, the Lord's gonna find you out and put the spirit on you for other brothers to find out and get you kicked out. You're gonna get dispatched to the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
So got this enthusiasm in the Edamon. It says from French, enthusiasme, late Latin enthusiasmus. It says divine inspiration, enthusiasm. Be inspired or possessed by God. Be rapt, be in ecstasy. From entheos. En is it means I in, and then theos, God. So in God. So yeah,
So really, that is divine inspiration.
Right.
Which comes from the most. And if you don't feel like you're enthusiastic enough, if you don't feel like you got enough fervent spirit, pray for more enthusiasm, man.
Yes,
Because
it's
it comes
fervent
from
and
God.
Yeah.
It comes from the Most High. If you don't feel like you don't got that as much zeal as you want more zeal. Pray to the Lord for more enthusiasm, for more zeal, more fire. If you feel like that, but this is the spirit that we ought to be in.
Yep.
Serving the Lord enthusiastically, not half-assing this shit, man.
And like it says, divine inspiration.
Yeah.
If you're not divinely inspired, you're not going to receive part of that divine intervention when that plays out on the earth, because that's what we're going to need in order to get out of here. We're going to need divine intervention.
Yeah.
We're going to need the God of the heavens and the earth, okay, the Most High God Yahweh, to intervene on our part, to deliver on our part, take us out of certain situations, scenarios and so on and so forth. But that's only going to be given to those that are enthusiastic about it.
Yep.
And if you're not fervent, if you're not, what was that other word? That zeal. If you don't have that zeal, what does the scripture say? They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah.
You're
enthusiastic about that bitch, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, absolutely. Jake makes every time in the world for Keisha.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonably so, but you got to make more time for the Most High first.
Exactly. There's a front burner and a back burner for a reason.
Right.
You don't have
that bitch is on the back burner, man.
Yeah.
Let's get this main course going.
Yeah.
And let that shit simmer in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let that shit simmer in the back. Once this is done, I'm cool with this. Then let me focus on going to season this.
Yeah.
But you trying to season the damn potatoes? You got a whole goddamn thing of damn chicken or some steak. That shit take 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Niggas got instant potatoes in the back.
Oh god.
Shit ain't that damn long. It don't take that much.
Right.
Women are instant potatoes, man. It don't take much to get this hoe good where she at.
Yeah. So and if you don't eat the whole roll, the sweet with the bitter, you're not gonna be enthusiastic.
No.
You're not gonna receive that divine inspiration, and in turn, you're not gonna receive the divine intervention.
Yeah.
You gotta eat the whole roll, man. You can't just eat half of it. I mean, you take it in the sweet. What about the bitter? Well, I'll take a little bit of the bitter, like
Aside.
Yeah, aside.
Do lettuce.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Fucking fag.
Yeah, man. So you gotta serve the Lord enthusiastically. So in turn, you'll receive, like the brother said, that divine intervention.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Revelation 3:15 is written in red. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold or hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of thy mouth.
Yeah. So because you are neither cold nor hot, you're not doing it. You're trying to be in the world and in the truth. You're trying to be a nigga, half hood, half holy. You see what happened to him? For him, not serving the Lord enthusiastically. For him, not considering the way of the ant. He got kicked out. He got booted.
Yep.
And he got exposed, man.
For taking it holy.
Yeah, for taking it holy. The wrong holy.
Yeah.
So
WHOLLY.
yeah. So serve the Lord, man. Serve the Lord. Consider, the ant, how it works, the mindset of the ant, the work ethic that it has, and pray for more work ethic. If you feel like at the end of the day, it all comes down to prayer. Pray without ceasing, as the scriptures say. If you feel like you want more wisdom, pray for more wisdom. You want more this, want more that, pray for it. And in due time, the Lord is going to put you through situations for you to get more wisdom, to get more enthusiasm. When we put you through a scenario, your car breaks down. How are you going to react in that situation? You react like a nigga. I don't think that nigga needs more enthusiasm. I think you need to keep him where he's at, because that nigga ain't learning.
Yeah.
And it be something small. You done did all that.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's something small.
Yeah. Because it's something, the Lord can put you through something small and give you a big reward for that.
Depending on how you handle it.
Exactly. Depending on how you handle it. Because it can be a big reward or it could be a big loss.
Yeah.
Just for something small, like we was going through yesterday.
That's why we've been through enough. Brothers have, by this point, been through enough to ultimately know how to fully navigate throughout the bullshit that we're still going to, encounter on a day-to-day basis. We're not in the room to make the same mistakes, pretty much, to sum it up.
Yeah.
You've been through the road rages, you've been through dealing with niggas, you've been through this dumbass woman, the breakups, and,
cheating on you,
job, woman stepping in. We done been through all that. There's no realistic reason, unless your life is threatened, to be in that state of crashing out. Like the brother did a lesson on it a while back, where the crash out culture.
Yeah.
We should be getting better, we should be growing. And honestly, a lot of this shit, shouldn't get a reaction out of you.
Right.
Easier said than done, in the flesh. And we're, as long as you're trying, Malachi says all the time, man, as long as the effort is being put forth, then that's all that matters.
Yep.
You try your best, you do your best, and you work with what you got.
Mm-hmm. As well as, I was thinking just now about the ant.
Yeah.
With fellowship, because when there's maybe like a waterway or something, the ants will connect each other so other ants can go forth.
Yeah.
Showing you that you can't do it by yourself. Fellowship is important. The brotherhood, let brotherly love continue. Because the ants, if there's a waterway and they can't get across, they'll have ants that'll connect each other and basically hold each other's hands, so the rest of the ants can get over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that that's spiritual as well, going into being there for one another, fighting, and helping each other out, sacrifice. So there's a lot in that that you can take away from the ant, and so on and so forth, man. And not just ants, like the brother was saying. There, examples, within the scriptures, the fowls, the ox know what the owner, the ass the master crib, but you don't know shit. You don't know the Lord. We can consider that. We can look at that example and be like, man, I'm better than the ox. I can serve the Lord better than the ant. We can do this. But you got to put in that effort, man, and trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Got anything else?
Closing. This is Matthew 4:17. It says, from that time Yahweh Shai began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So, continue to push forward, continue to fight, and don't forget the mission. Don't forget, what you're here for. Speaking to myself first and foremost. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, and to the fold. And before we end it off, we'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
And double honors as always to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.